Rejected, broke, hated, and somehow he still conquered football. Here's the uncomfortable question nobody likes asking. Cristiano Ronaldo always destined to be the greatest? Or did football try everything it could to break him first? Because before the Ballon d'Ors, before the Champions League nights, before the records that don't even sound real anymore, Cristiano Ronaldo was a problem nobody wanted. A kid clubs rejected, a teenager people laughed at, a player fans love to hate. And the reason he became unstoppable isn't what you think. Stay with me. Because the real turning point in Cristiano's story isn't Manchester United. It isn't Real Madrid. It isn't even the Ballon d'Or. It's the moment football tried to get rid of him. Let's rewind. Cristiano Ronaldo dos Santos Aveiro wasn't born into comfort. He wasn't protected. He wasn't polished. He grew up on Madeira, sharing a room with his siblings, watching his mother struggle just to keep food on the table. Father battled alcoholism. Money was always tight. Stability was never guaranteed. And football was his escape. But even then, nothing came easy. At National, he was talented. At Sporting Lisbon, he was different. Too skinny, too flashy, too selfish, too emotional. That was the narrative. Teammates mocked his accent. Opponents kicked him. Fans whistled him. When he cried, they laughed. And that matters, because Cristiano didn't grow up feeling loved by football. He grew up feeling challenged by it. Then came Manchester United. And here's what people forget. Cristiano Ronaldo was not universally welcomed. Alex Ferguson saw potential. Premier League saw a problem. Too many stepovers, too much show, no end product. He was called a diver, a show pony, a waste of talent. Opposition fans hated him. Pundits dismissed him. Even United supporters weren't fully convinced. And then came 2006, the World Cup incident with Wayne Rooney. That wink. In 1 second, Cristiano Ronaldo became public enemy number one in England. Death threats, abuse, boos in every stadium. Trafford, his own home, was divided. This is where most players break. This is where they hide, change clubs, tone it down, disappear. Cristiano did the opposite. He leaned into it. And this is the first massive turning point nobody talks about. Cristiano didn't just want to survive football, he wanted to dominate it. So he changed everything. Some things, everything. Body, his diet, sleep, his mentality. While others trained hard, he trained obsessively. While others rested, he repeated drills. While others partied, he went home. And slowly, something terrifying emerged. The stepovers turned into goals. The flair turned into end product. The boy turned into a machine. By 2008, the same league that mocked him bowed. Ballon d'Or, Champions League winner, best player on the planet. But here's the twist, that still wasn't enough. Because deep down, Cristiano knew something. England respected him, but Spain would test him. So he made the most dangerous move of his career. Madrid. The pressure was unreal. World record transfer, Galactico expectations, Messi already ruling Spain. The Bernabeu crowd notoriously unforgiving. And from day one, the narrative followed him. Too arrogant, too obsessed with himself. Not a team player, obsessed with numbers. He scored goals, they still doubted him. He broke records, they compared him to Messi. And this is where the hatred intensified. Because Cristiano didn't fit the romantic idea of football. He didn't pretend talent was effortless. He didn't hide his ambition. He didn't apologize for wanting more. And fans hate that. They prefer natural geniuses, quiet killers, messy types. Cristiano was loud about his hunger, so they tried to diminish him. Tap-in merchant, system player, selfish. But numbers don't lie. Season after season, knockout after knockout, final after final, Cristiano Ronaldo delivered. Champions League nights where others vanished. Tricks when Madrid were desperate. Goals when the pressure was unbearable. And here comes the real climax. Because his greatest conquest wasn't at club level. It was international, Portugal. A nation that never believed it could win. A team built around disappointment. A history filled with almost. And Cristiano, he carried that weight alone. Criticized every tournament. Blamed for every failure. mocked when he cried again. Then came Euro 2016, and fate tried to humiliate him one last time. In the final, in tears, injured, forced off. Football's cruel joke. The man accused of caring only about himself couldn't even finish the final. But look closely at what happened next. Cristiano didn't disappear. He stood on the sidelines, directed, encouraged, lived every second. Portugal won. And in that moment, the story changed forever. Rejected kid, broke family, hated superstar, champion, because football loved him, but because he refused to let football define his limits. And that's the truth most people avoid. Cristiano Ronaldo didn't conquer football because he was the most talented. He conquered it because he was the most relentless. Every rejection became fuel. Every insult became motivation. Every doubt became obsession. Now here's the uncomfortable reality. We may never see this again. A player who turns hatred into hunger, pressure into power, expectations into records. So when people argue about Messi versus Ronaldo, they're missing the point. Because this isn't about comparison. This is about defiance. Cristiano Ronaldo wasn't chosen by football. He forced football to choose him. And that leaves one final question. If the world turned against you tomorrow, would you break? Or would you build the greatest version of yourself out of the hatred? That's what Cristiano did. And that's why, whether you love him or hate him, he conquered football.